All right, here is my 3-month Keeps hair restoration update. As you see, got a little bit more going on up here. It's starting to fill in. Now, it's usually about 6 to 12 months to get the full effect of the surgery, but I really feel like there's a lot going on already up here, so I'm excited to see what the results are going to be. The FUE treatment was great. They took hair from the back, which you can't even tell, no matter what you do, that there was ever a drop of hair taken out of there. So I took my donor hair, moved it to the front, and I think it's looking pretty good. I took a photo the other day, and I was like, oh, look at that little fluff going on up there. And I felt a little bit younger. And I guess that's why people do it. They fill in the places that they need it with their own hair. Probably the best treatment that you can do for instant gratification when it comes to taking care of your hairline or taking care of hair loss. So if you want to take care of your hair and you want instant gratification, you want to go to more of this and less of this, then check out keeps.com/Rob Ferretti. I'll put a link right below in the description. That's keeps.com/Rob Ferretti if you want to have hair really soon.
Good morning. I just want to let you know a car crashed into your ditch by the side of the road here. You might want to call your contractor, see if you have any damage.
All right, guys, what's going on? If you follow my Instagram, you're probably aware that somebody tried to steal that Ferrari up there from my driveway a while ago. And I haven't brought it back to my house since. And if you follow my Instagram, you'd understand that I've been upgrading my, let's just say, my security at my house so I can protect my stuff until I have a garage, and I'm happy. That involved me putting some pillars in and these big ass gates over here, which if you get through these, then you can have whatever you want, really. Like you can drive off anything that's in my driveway if you can get it through this intact, which you won't be able to, because these are legit gates. They're solid and they're serving a very important purpose. Now, the thing that I want to point out is that these pillars weren't here 2 days ago. We just put these in, and I'm proud to say I did some of the work myself. Let's just leave it at that. But these are all going to be filled with concrete. Gates are going to be mounted to these. This is the stone that's going to then match the house. And obviously I said these were not here 2 days ago. What was there? Well, 2 big holes. And those 2 holes made the neighborhood just a little bit safer by catching a car thief while I was sleeping. So I also upgraded my cameras. I added a couple of the Ubiquiti G4 Pros around the property because these Ring cameras don't really do the job, right? Just for example, this is the camera that was facing that same area, and I got the Ring alert, and the only thing that they captured was after the guy crashed into the hole. And that's why I have these cameras recording 24/7, that if anything ever comes up, I can go back and find it. Now, how did I even know something happened? Well, as I said, this is the first day I parked my Ferrari back at my house since somebody tried to steal it. So when I woke up, I naturally looked at my Ring alerts just to, a little PTSD to see if anyone came to try to steal my car. And I was like, what in the hell? Somebody's inside the hole in my driveway. And then we walked it back, and that's how we got to the car thieves that got caught. Now, this thief was not from Newark, New Jersey. This thief was from Long Island. I don't know how he got out here. There was a news article about it because the police can't give me any of the details or the details that I want to know. It's strange. It's the guy got arrested, a 44-year-old guy from Long Island, trolling the streets over here. He was driving on what I assume was a stolen car, which is what he crashed into the ditch, was trying to steal a nicer car and I guess leave the other stolen car there. However, in a weird situational thing, somebody was sleeping in the nicer car for whatever reason, I don't know why, and they got in a fight with the initial guy. Then they went to chase the guy. It turns out the guy popped back out of the woods and they got in a fight again, but this is after the guy already called the cops, and that's where you pick it up, where he was coming down the street here. So after a couple of fights and an unsuccessful attempt to steal the car, the victim called the cops, and then the cops were now making their way towards the scene. That's when the guy in the van decided to run away, and right here you're going to start hearing the cop engage them. There you go, there's your sirens. Now this guy's off to the races, and he's coming north on the road here, and you're going to hear him lock up the brakes right about here. Then he decided to make a right into my driveway to hide. Wrong password. Gets out of the car all pissed off and realizes his day is now going in a direction he was not expecting. Here's the cop and the white truck behind him, who I wasn't sure at first whether it's a cop or not. We're about to find out. Here he goes. The guy's sort of stumbling past my mailbox into the road towards the police car.
Yes, sir. Is that better, sir? Is that better, sir? Is that better, sir?
I think it turns out that the guy in the white truck was actually the guy who called the cops because the truck was the vehicle that was trying to be stolen. Other cops start showing up on scene really very quickly, given the fact that this all transpired within the last 60 seconds. Just 4 short minutes after the crash, the cops start looking into the vehicles. They all break out their flashlights and start looking into the van that was crashed into the ditch to see if anyone else is actually in there now that they've got the scene under control. And luckily, I don't think they found anyone or anything suspicious in that van. As I said, they'll steal anything. I'm pretty sure that this was also a stolen vehicle. Because he's a one-man show here, what's he going to do? He's going to steal a nicer vehicle and leave another stolen vehicle that sucks. Which this van really, not winning any car shows, let's put it that way. Now, 13 minutes after the crash, a garbage truck is looking to come. The police have identified the guy in the white pickup truck as a friendly person, and they let him leave. This is just 14 minutes after the crash. He's allowed to go home, and the garbage truck is allowed to proceed, and the road is opened again. Then 39 minutes after the crash, you have a tow truck show up, and this guy is here to pull this ugly red van out of my ditch, which he does. It takes him about 10 minutes to do this, and I'm going to speed that up just so we don't have to watch the whole thing. Then the police try to figure out if there's any damage to my construction area. Obviously, the wood that was over the hole is destroyed. There's a crossover pipe down there. They're looking and deciding that there's probably not anything wrong with it, but they send the boss over just to ring my bell and try to wake me up, just to let me know that if anything is damaged, to let them know. So that's cool. I'm happy it all worked out the way it did. Sucks for that guy, but don't try to steal cars. It is rampant right now. For me to try to pretend like car theft isn't crazy right now, it is. And it's all over the place. Do I live in a bad neighborhood? No. Do I live in a neighborhood that is a target for people looking to steal stuff? Yes. It's anytime you go to a nice neighborhood, you're going to have a higher density of Mercedes, BMW, Porsche, whatever, Audis, and you'll have a more comfortable community that's more likely to leave their keys in the car. It's just, there's not one group of car thieves out there. There are thousands of them. So it's not even like the mafia where these guys are working their individual areas. This is just like, oh, we go up here, there's lots of rich people, we'll go in and we'll steal cars. And there's no end in sight for this. They have been cracking down more, but again, we'll see what happens. I'm not waiting for something bad to happen to me. That's why I'm putting in the gate. That should all be stoned up and probably hung tomorrow or Wednesday. And tomorrow is Wednesday. Wednesday or Thursday. And I'll at least be a little bit more secure. The last thing I have to do is I'm going to put some like big decorative rocks there, because you can't drive through the trees on either side of my property. You can't go out the back side of my property. So once that gate's there, you're not getting down the driveway, and you're not going to be able to fit a car anywhere else out by driving over my front lawn. I will feel much safer. I will be much happier. Did I want to spend $25,000 to build a gate and dig a hole? No, I didn't want to do any of that. But that's what had to be done to safeguard my property. It's the unfortunate side effect of the world we live in, and we do what we can, right? Rob Ferretti, thank you for watching. Be safe out there, and don't forget to take your keys out of your car, and if you see something, say something. I'm like just a PSA right now. Thanks for watching. Catch you tomorrow.